Guys, what do you remember of the last Unlv game? Like, what's the first thing that kind of pops to mind?
We got beat pretty bad. That's what comes up to mind, the score.
So, going into this year, does that feel you at all? Like, is that something that's still in people's heads?
Not so much. It's more about this is the first game that's necessary to accomplish our goal. So you have to win all your conference games to become a conference champion. So this is the first one, so that's what makes this game huge. We respect their team. They played really well last year, and we expect the same from them this year, expect them to play the same level, so we just have to play better. But really, the biggest thing is this is the first conference game. That's really what matters to us.
Does it feel like Coach was saying, the conference season is sort of starting everything anew? Does it kind of feel like that?
To a point, because they don't count. There's a reason why there's another record in parentheses for conference, because what you do outside of conference doesn't matter in conference. We want to win every game, but conference is almost a different season to make it, I guess, simple to understand.
So what have you guys learned about yourselves as a team from your non-conference slate so far? What have you taken from those 3 games?
I think that we have a lot of potential. We're more talented, I think, but if we can put everything together, we can play really well. We can accomplish a lot of good things, but we just need to consistently play better.
Darrell, Coach was mentioning how Quinn's taking a lot of flack, but he said he also wanted to give some of that credit towards the receivers sometimes not being in place, Ruffin being gone, and the O-line protection, especially in pass pro. Based off the last game, do you feel like you guys kind of struggled in pass pro, especially compared to running the ball? Seemed like you guys ran the ball pretty well, but pass pro in particular. Do you feel like you guys have struggled a little bit in that?
Not really. Just we need to communicate better. Like with it being in a loud stadium, everything, trying to convey like all the calls and everything, it gets kind of difficult. So I just feel like we just need to communicate better, and we could protect Quinn a lot better if we just get more communication down the line.
What was it like having Noble there instead of Dilly by your side?
Not really much of a difference. They're both good players. It's just as long as that person that's in there at the time just gets the job done, then there's really no difference.
So Darrell, are you saying that the noise had a lot to do with it at Oregon State in terms of how the line played? Were there like breakdowns because of it?
Well, not really just the noise, just like relaying all the calls down from the center down to the tackles, down to the tight ends. It's just like sometimes like we would think that the calls get down, but in some cases sometimes they didn't. So we just need to work better on relaying all the calls so everyone is on the same page.
What's the process for that?
So it just goes from the center to the guard to the tackle. So everyone just needs to echo out the calls that the center makes so that the tackles know what they have to do, so the tight ends know what they have to do, and everything like that.
So if people on the end don't get the call, do they just basically free-for-all once the snap goes?
I mean, everyone generally has a good idea of what they're supposed to be doing, but the calls just make it easier, just so like everyone's on the same page, like I said. So, like if they don't get the call, then they generally know what to do, but the calls just make it easier.
Cody, you mentioned this is sort of like the reset season in this season. It's also your first chance to get to play at home for a while. So, how much are you looking forward to? Getting out in front of your guys this weekend?
It's always fun playing at home. It'd be nice to not have to travel this week. Get a game at home, preferably get a win at home. It's always what we want. So.
Bro, what kind of stands out about Unlv, their defensive front? What kind of popped out on film?
They have a new completely new 7 front. So, just getting used to the different tells that they have, when they are twisting or when the linebackers are about to blitz. So we just need to break down the film and just see what they like to do. in certain situations.
Are they pretty much completely different than the first three?
No, they're pretty similar to Oregon State, actually.
Cody, how similar is their offense this year to what we saw when UNLV played you guys last year?
I mean, they got a few of the same guys back. A few of the linemen. They got the wide receiver back, who's really good, tore us apart last year. They got a quarterback who's somewhat similar, pretty quick to run it, and can run it. It's actually pretty athletic. So we're looking at a similar football team, talent-wise, in my opinion, and it's good. Like, it's gonna be a good matchup, basically.
Cody, your thoughts about, or not Cody, but Darrell, your thoughts about what happened in last year's game. Is there any motivation in you to avenge that and you know, knock their heads in like they kind of did to you guys last year?
Well, I mean, we we go out to every game looking to, you know, assert our like dominance. So it's not really a revenge type thing. It's just like the first conference game. So it's like we always want to win that, get conference rolling off the right way. So yeah.